from those in power to rigorously address some of the challenges that are confronting black students in institutions of higher learning in this country.
I'd like us to revert back. You said that you asked for a meeting with the Minister of Higher Education at that time, which was Blade Nzimande. So then you prolonged to say that you also requested or wrote an email to the President so that we can be able to embark on this thing, so that we can be able to find a proper solution. What was the request or the email all about? What did it contain?
We wrote to the Vice Chancellor requesting that he assists us in facilitating a meeting with the Minister. Of course, that was our political posture of respecting authority at the time, that the VC is our VC, is our principal, and at that level, he is the one that can then be able to assist us in facilitating that kind of a process, right? That never happened. Students at the time, remember, they are not getting allowances. Students are angry. Students are hungry. Their meal allowances are not entering their financial accounts. Others are receiving their money, but when they enter these dodgy apps, money is not there. And
you have proper evidence for that?
We had evidence. Remember, we even went to the police station, the Pretoria Central Police Station, where we officially went to open a case against NSFAS to say, but this is corruption, this is maladministration, and it can never happen that fly-by-night companies that don't even have a reputation in the financial sector are just given such a big responsibility to disperse allowances of black students. So we went to the police station, my brother, to open a case of corruption. We went to the Department of Higher Education demanding that the minister must avail himself to rigorously speak to students. Because students are giving us pressure. Remember, at the time, I'm a president leading a constituency of over 35,000 students who are black, previously disadvantaged, poor, coming from villages, rural areas, and communities of this country, subject to poverty and hunger and unemployment, children of domestic workers. They are hungry. They're saying, President, but we've elected you, given you a mandate to go and represent us. How do you then best resolve this thing? And
what was the reason behind these fintech companies being here on universities?
The direct payment.
Because some say it was used for the campaigns during elections.
No. Remember, whenever we are leading a political discourse or we're having a political dialogue that seeks to, resolve on a consensus, right? Where we disagree to disagree, where we agree to disagree, we must always base our arguments based on facts and not on political campaigneering or illusions that are there, because you know that there'll be political organizations that will always want to use some of the shortcomings as political campaigneering strategies to say, hey, they use that money for campaigns and all of that. We don't enter there. It's none of our business. We don't care in actual fact. But what we know is that these companies, when these officials tried to give a justification, they said that they want to eradicate the corruption that plagues our universities, because we know that these universities, some of them have colluded with service providers in redirecting some of the NSFAS funds to their personal pockets and all of that. And there's been corruption. We've seen in other universities where there was also a student that got 14 million and all of that. But of course, we'll not blame a student at the time. We'll blame the incompetence and the maladministration there. So NSFAS wanted to curb that, of which, seated where we had agreed that indeed, if universities are colliding with service providers